Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today, I will make a real quick announcement video about different things going on my channel right now. Now, I know it's a bit of like a little abrupt start, but the main announcement I gotta make is about two specific things. The reason I'm making these announcements is because it's gonna really determine what happens in the next episode, especially with Pokemon Masters, which you guys remember was me I completely failed that one battle with Iris and her Hatchers last time. Okay, before we talk about the announcement, this ain't gonna be that quick. I am gonna let you know real quickly that I will be doing part number 2 to my Let's Play of Pokemon Pearl, but it probably will not come until 7 to 10 o'clock tomorrow. And see, that clock up here, it's already 6:22. But here's the thing about this time. I think I mentioned this in the last video, but it wasn't that long. I mentioned how, here's the thing. Yesterday when I was talking about like how the guy needed to come in and do the parts. No, let me say it a different way. As you guys remember yesterday, I mentioned somebody that was going to be coming into the house and like fixing the heater. Well, sometime after I finished the video of part 1, I actually fell asleep on the counter. And by the time I woke up and asked them what in the world, like, if he came over there, they said yes, but they didn't get it completely fixed yet because they have to have like a certain part to fix the heater. And that brings me to the conclusion of this announcement mainly. The thing is, we don't know what time he's coming. I could be in the middle of recording part number 2, and he show up like I said at 10 o'clock. Or he could show up like, I could be in the middle of the video and it'd be like 11:30 and him show up. I don't know. So yeah. So if there ain't no video tomorrow like I'm saying there will be, again don't blame me. I'm just saying that like the heating guy's gonna be over here tomorrow again. I don't know what time he's gonna be here, what time he's gonna leave. So if you don't see a video till like until like tomorrow night or tonight or something. Like not within 4 hours, but within like maybe 15 to 16 hours of that game. That's probably why. While on that topic of Pokemon Pearl, I do have to let you guys know that I'm still trying to debate whether to restart the game or not. On one hand, I want to, but that Sunset Coliseum last time, like, is eating me up. It's like, okay, I do want to restart, but then also I'm like with the Sunset Coliseum, and it's like, never mind, I don't want to restart anymore. I'm coming up with a little plan that I could do. That way, the videos will not get boring for you guys. Since I've redone the game multiple times, my plan is to, if I can beat Pokemon Pearl, and I decide to transfer the Pokemon over to my save file, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the game up to a Sunset Coliseum. Then, I know that sounds very weird, but this is also preventing y'all from getting bored. I'm going to stop the video and then come back once I beat the Sunset Coliseum. Because you guys remember, it took me almost 2.5 hours to beat it last time. So if I do restart, my plan is to go through every Coliseum up until sunset. Then I'm going to stop the video, try beating it off camera so you guys don't get bored, and then I'll come back with the Magma Coliseum or whatever next. That way, because the last 3 Coliseums are not that difficult if you know what you're doing. The main reason why, I'm thinking about not restarting it as well, but on the same hand, I don't know how far I got with that file with Feralier, Shuckle, and all that on it. Feralier and all that I know I can get far with, but Shuckle and Dragonair, I don't know what any of that stuff is at. I don't know the ranks for anything or whatever. So like if the Sunset Coliseum's at rank 5, how am I supposed to know? I know you guys don't want to see the same Coliseum over and over again, but I know at the same time y'all don't want to see the Sunset Coliseum over again because I had to do it for over 2.5 hours last time. I don't even want to see it anymore. That's why I've been debating on whether to restart the game or not. That's why I'm saying probably not going to do it. And another alternative I could do is just like take the Pokemon from file the file that had the not failed Torterra pass, the one with Torterra Luxray and all that, and then just like transfer the Pokemon. So like I said a while ago, the only difference between the team is going to be Meta and Palkia. But at the same time, I also don't want to do that because I want to have both Dialga and Palkia on two separate teams. I know it seems weird, but one of my main goals is that if this project can go well, I want to make it to where I have a bunch of good stuff on my Pokemon. One of the things I'm going to try doing, I haven't mentioned this yet. I did say in the last video, I kind of lied to you guys in the last video of Pokemon Pearl, because I said specifically in the beginning that I would not be trained for the first few early episodes. But here's the thing, I didn't think we'd run into any like trouble during the beginning of the game, because usually the beginning of the games where it starts out easy. But as you guys remember last time, we had a Bidoof for a Starly that landed a crit and almost took out Turtwig. Which really I don't want. Like I said, guys, for this whole series, I want to have I want to have Torterra, Luxray, and I want to on my team liking me. It ain't gonna happen if we deal with that. One thing I will also be doing during the project is I will be searching every nook and cranny that I know is there in order to find different items. Once I get the moves Surf and Fly, I'll be going back to the first few towns and checking everything I haven't checked. That way, if there's any secret TMs or anything, I can bada bing, bada boom, pick them up. I may even do something I never really do in my life, and I may actually catch myself if an HM slave. Because I honestly don't want to end up with my Pokemon knowing all HMs, and honestly I may have to save one spot on my team, at least, for an HM slave. Well, that ain't going to be really a problem till late in the game, because two of the Pokemon I can't even get to the 6th gym, or longer. The 6th gym to get Gibble, to get Garchomp out of, and then the same thing for Palkia, so we don't get it until near the end of the game. So my goal is to like just keep like one little HM slave that can learn like Cut and Rock Smash. That way I don't have to make any of my Pokemon forget some good moves I don't want them to forget. And like I said, if we need to get moves deleted at the end, we don't. The only TMs I'm going to give like a little credit for teaching my Pokemon is Fly and Surf. Because unlike moves like Rock Smash and Cut, they actually have some good power to them. And can really help you. Like even Waterfall can really help you, as you know with my Feraligatr. One thing about Waterfall that I like better than Hydro can was the fact that 1, you don't have to rest on the next turn after using it. 2, you have a chance of flinching the Pokemon. And 3, Feraligatr's attack is way higher than a special attack. And even if it ain't one-shotting, like at least he doesn't have to like, recharge. So what we could do is, if there's something that doesn't have an electric type, or something has an electric type or something, if we don't take out Feraligatr, then just be like, okay, that's it, Feraligatr, get back here, and then like switch out, With Hydrocan, that gave them 2 turns to attack if it didn't take them out the first time. It gave them the turn to use Hydrocan, and if they lived it, and then they got the turn where you have to rest. So, yeah, they give them 2 chances to knock out my favorite Pokemon. I will also be trying to teach Pokemon like Turtwig and Torterra some better moves. I like the moves that we taught him last time, but I really want a really good grass move. At one point in time, he didn't know Giga Drain, but Giga Drain, especially in Pokemon Bio Revolution, sucks. And if I want a healing move, I'd be better off doing something else like Synthesis. But on the same way, I like having 4 different kinds of moves. That's why the Torterra in my other game had Earthquake, Rock Slide, Solar Beam, and Return. Because, again, those are 4 different kinds of moves. Because if you have, like, 2 grass moves, even if one heals you, that gives you less of a chance to deal with something. One of the things I'm especially want to try teaching him is definitely Rock Slide. I don't want to end up in a horrible situation. I don't want to end up in that. So, yeah. That's about all I had to make for that announcement. But I've got one more announcement to make to you guys. That announcement is about my Pokemon Masters Let's Play. which I just said in the beginning, failed because, oh my gosh, sorry, failed because of the fact that didn't have no, or we couldn't beat this girl, or Iris's Haxorus, which when I first saw, when I first saw Iris in the game, I was expecting her to have an Axew, because you guys know in the Pokemon anime, she always has an Axew with her. I mean, Axew in the anime dreamed of evolving, but I don't think it ever happened in the series. Here's the thing, she actually has a Haxorus this time. Like I said, I wasn't really expecting that. Like, the fact she got Haxorus is amazing. As you guys remember, at the end of the video, I had to literally sit there and try to beat Haxorus. It didn't work out no matter what I tried. I tried doing the battle off camera, and I finally beat it. Now, guys, you were going to be a little bit upset for how I had to beat it. Please don't get too upset with me. It's better that I find a way to beat it that would help us win than us being stuck in that for like 2 hours. Because, guys, if I would have never beaten that battle, there'd have been a chance we would have never seen another Pokemon Masters video for like a long time. So, what I did to beat her, this was very difficult, but I kind of found out that, Pryce was too under-leveled. Like, he had his max level, but I don't think that was good enough for him to win. So, what I did was, I did a bunch of, like, the training courses, not the one that levels you up, but the one that gives you, like, some kind of, the specific items you need to help them get a higher level capability. I can't say the word, but the higher level thing. Well, like I said, being at level 45 as our max, he can make it like level 60. You know, that kind of thing. I had to do some training to get those. And then what I did from there is I went into it and then leveled up Pryce to have another max level. And then I went to the training courses where it gives you the manuals for beating the battles, plus a good bit of experience. And then we got him leveled up. Once I got into his max level of 60, what I did was I went back into the battle and tried to let the auto feature do it itself. Just to see if like the auto feature could do a lot better now that, you know, it's all ready. Or now that we got him high level, maybe the auto feature will do a lot better. Here's the thing. The auto feature failed. It lost the battle. So what I decided to do was cut off the auto feature and try doing it myself with my own strategy. And I basically did the same thing the auto thing did, so I think I did it a little bit quicker. Here's the thing. I usually like to deal with sync moves real quick in the game. Because as you saw from Haxorus's sync thing last time, good God, if it hits, it almost one-shots you, all three of your teammates. Or you plus your other two teammates. So what I did was, I used Icy Wind to begin the battle. And then I used like a bunch of dire hits or something like that to give us a better chance of getting crits. Now, I didn't do it necessarily to get the crits, but I did more the fact that way it would be wasting turns for that bar. Because you guys know, normally whenever you start a battle like that, your sync move actually starts at 9, but then like as you use like items and moves, it'll start going down to 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. And same thing with your teammate, or same thing with the opponent. So what I did was I just kept using random items and moves to get that to get lower down. Like I just used a random like Thunder Shock from my Pikachu, and I used like a random like vacuum cut from the Lucario that was on the other side. And eventually, we actually did get the sync move before Haxorus got his, or right around the same time Haxorus got his. And, things worked out. And whenever I load up, I mean, they did take a little bit of damage. But, as you know, what I did, I think, was I got to it before Haxorus did it. And then he still had 3 turns. But because of the power of the sync move, if you don't know, I got the sync move and then you told Pryce to use his. And we took out Haxorus. the main concern then was the fact that if I could beat the other two people. It took a little bit of time, but I finally did beat them. And so now, the next story mission, I can't already remember what it's called. I think it said something like champion on the roster or something like that. Here's the thing. I think we're gonna get Hattress on our side this time, because literally it says champion on the roster, and then if you look to the right of that, it has Hattress or Iris and Hattress's picture on there, and below it says first time. So what I'm thinking is she does like Rosa in the beginning of the game. As you guys remember from part 1, a little bit later in the game, you had to fight Rosa. And then if you beat her, she joined you. Which, if you don't know which one Rosa is, she's the one that had the Snivy. That's now a Servine in the game. So I'm thinking it'll be kind of the same thing with... I said Hattress. The same thing with Iris and Hattress. And if that's the case, we actually have some good power on our team. Because Hattress, if you guys don't know, is one of my most favorite dragon types. And the fact that we finally got it on our side makes me happy. Because like the fact that they could basically like one-shot almost anything in sight. Like I said, in order to get that completed though, I had to overlevel, or I had to like get price up a little bit more. Again, guys, do not blame me for doing that, because if y'all are blaming me right now for doing what I did, let me tell you this: if I didn't do it, you wouldn't be seeing a review of Pokemon Masters, because of the fact that I'd never be able to beat it. And like I said, the auto section still couldn't beat it. I let it go auto the first time, and it couldn't beat it. I did it on my own, doing like a strategy I had in mind, and it took a little bit, but we got it. So again, I'm kind of glad to have Hattress on my side. That's all the announcement I had to make to you guys. This ended up still being a 17-minute video, though. I am going to let you know real quick. I will be doing Pokemon Diamond and Pearl either at like 10 o'clock or so today, or way later tonight. Pokemon Masters, if I can get Pokemon Pearl done early enough. Like I said, if I can get it done by tomorrow. By like 3 or 4 hours from now. I'll be doing Pokemon Masters on the iPad again. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. This was just mainly a bunch of announcements because this was extremely important. I didn't want to start the next Pokemon Masters video and then me beat that story and you being like, how'd you beat it? Last time we were there, you didn't beat it. You know? I need to explain to you properly why I did it. That way, if we went to the next video, you wouldn't be confused. And also, I want you guys to understand because I keep telling y'all this for any Pokemon game I play. I'm not the best Pokemon player. I'm honestly God not. I know none of you were thinking this, but wait, you think I'm the best at Pokemon? No. I can't remember types that well. I can remember a good bit of types than I used to. Because for you guys that don't know, back when I first played Pokemon, I didn't know anything about it. Like, I knew you had to use moves and all that. And, like, I know you had battles and all that in it. But I didn't know what type did what. And I was, like, really confused. And I also built myself a really crappy team. If you guys are wondering, my first Pokemon game was Pokemon Sun. Which, to y'all may sound like I got into Pokemon more recently. But I've been to Pokemon for at least 3.5, 4 years. Fun little fact, and something that's kind of ironic about my Pokemon love, is the fact that one of my least favorite games of Pokemon now is what got me into Pokemon way back then. I got into Pokemon when Pokemon Go came out. Because I saw it and I was like, ooh, this game looks fun. So I downloaded it and had a lot of fun with that. I decided to go home and look up either other things with Pokemon in them, or look up like just more Pokemon Go videos. I typed in Pokemon to the YouTube search bar, saw the Pokemon anime, and I was like, there's a Pokemon anime? I got hooked on it, and then when I finally got my first few games, and started getting good at them, I got hooked to them too. And ever since then, I've been in love with Pokemon. But like I said, what's kind of ironic about that is also the fact that, again, Pokemon Go is what got me into Pokemon, but nowadays it's one of my least favorite Pokemon games. And like, I know to y'all this may sound crazy, but I've really wanted this for a long time. My biggest accomplishment on Pokemon Go was literally catching me a Totodile. As you guys know from my Pokemon Battle Revolution series, and me just like randomly saying I want that Pokemon on my team in Pokemon Masters, you guys can probably infer about my love for Totodile, Croconaw, for Alligator. Same thing for Charmander, Charmander, and Charizard. I know I never really mentioned this either, but I am going to let you know. I don't know if none of you guys ever asked this, but for y'all that are wondering what my favorite Pokemon type is, it's actually Dragon type. Don't get me wrong, I like other types as well, but like I said, the Pokemon that I like in them categories are like the only ones that I like. A good example would be the Fire type. In the Fire type section, I like Charizard, and I like Growlithe and Arcanine. Like, they're not my favorites, but I mean, I prefer Charizard over Growlithe and Arcanine, but still, if I had to pick a second favorite Fire type, I guess I'd choose them. But other than them, I don't really like much else in the Fire type category. Same thing with for Alligator and Water type. For Alligator's my favorite Water type, but then again, I don't really have any other favorites except for Swampert. Swampert's amazing. Well, that's actually kind of a lot, 'cause I do like certain Water types from certain generations. Like I said, the same region where I got Torterra from is Floatzel. Floatzel's like my second or third favorite Pokemon. That's kind of a debate, so I don't know whether I like him when I do Swampert. Here's the thing though, when I say Swampert, I take all three into kind of consideration. One thing that holds Swampert back is the fact that his male evolution is so ugly. Mudkip's insanely cute, Marshtomp's super ugly, and Swampert's just plain awesome looking. And honestly, maybe one of these days, maybe right before Sword and Shield comes out or something, or maybe if I'm just out of ideas of what to do for you guys, and like I need an idea before Sword and Shield come out, I may even do like a redo project of Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I've got one project on these games each, but as you remember from my Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, I've also got redone projects of those. So I may just like redo them both once, because I haven't got to use Swampert that much, and I love using Swampert. I'm kind of debating whether to switch between Sceptile and Swampert, and like one of the games pick Sceptile and one of them pick Swampert. But on the same hand, I also want to be using Swampert a lot more than I used to. I love Swampert a lot, and I only got to use him like once in a game. So yeah. Anyway, guys, it's been 22 minutes. That's all I got to talk to you guys about. Pokemon Pearl will be starting in a few hours, or even tonight. Pokemon Masters, if I can get Pokemon Pearl done early enough, I'll be doing Pokemon Masters like tonight or tomorrow. So yeah, hope to see you guys all for that, and I'll see y'all for the next episode. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see everyone in the next episode. Bye bye, everyone.